sacred knowledge from the stars. Vedic truth heals ancient scars. Mantras clear the karmic way, bringing light to guide each day. Let the planets show their signs as the cards and stars combine. Ancient wisdom flows through time. Cards reveal the grand design. Om Namah Shivaya divine. Let the cosmic rhythms align. Om Shanti Om.
Hello and welcome. My name is Michelle Marie and I am the owner and operator of Astrological Tarot, and you can find me at astrologicaltarot.com. I am both a Vedic and Western astrologer, as well as a tarot and oracle card reader. So welcome back, my beautiful global family, whether you're tuning in from North or South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, or Australia, or right here with me in vibrant Mexico City. Welcome. And I'm going to be going into September's astrology. So it's officially here, September 2026. And oh boy, the heavens have a dramatic, high-stakes story to tell us this month, especially post-eclipses. We have exaltations, debilitations, some powerful Navamsha exchanges, some sacred festival portals, and major planetary aspects shaping up our world stage. So to ground us before we dive into this cosmic turbulence, I want to share two quotes that resonate with the cosmic energy of this month. The first one is from Master Swami Sivananda, and he says, "Purity of heart is the gateway to God. Keep your mind calm and quiet under all conditions, and you will navigate every storm with grace." And the second quote I got for you guys is from Yogananda. And he says, "The season of failure is the best time for sowing seeds of success. Read the stars, not for fate, but for self-mastery." So hold those words close to your heart today, and just know that because September asks us to be calm and centered within the worldly storms that are going on, it's important that we look to the sky, what's going on with the collective, and then just take it as it comes. So let's talk about that big picture and the macro energy for September 2026 until I get into all of the astrology by sign. If you don't know what your Vedic astrology sign is, if you go to my website, I have a free calculator. It's right here, astrologicaltarot.com. It's also in the description. So, as we step into September, Saturn is the only planet in full retrograde motion in sidereal Pisces, and the Sun and Venus start the month in Vargotama. What does that mean? That means it's the same in the Navamsha and the Rashi chart. It gives a really strong personality and desire drives. The Sun is sitting in its own regal sign of Leo until September 17th. So a lot of leadership changes and events are going to be happening. However, beneath the surface, Rahu and Ketu, those are the north and south node, remain debilitated in the Navamsha chart all month. And Jupiter drops into Capricorn Navamsha on September 3rd. So you're going to notice some subtle tension. On the surface, things may look strong, but underneath, there's a lot of institutional integrity and spiritual alignment that are being deeply tested. Now let's talk about September 2nd. We're going to go for the collective, and then I'm going to go by sign. Venus is going to enter its own sign of Libra. That's going to bring a desire for harmony, diplomatic negotiations, and economic balancing. But on September 8th, Rahu in Aquarius is going to throw a direct ninth house aspect to Venus at 4 degrees. Later on September 28th, Rahu's then going to aspect Mercury in Libra. So what does that mean for the news and what we can expect? Aquarius rules technology, AI, networks, and mega corporations. Rahu amplifies illusion and rapid expansion. So right now, as we race toward the 2026 U.S. midterm elections, we are witnessing unprecedented stories around artificial intelligence, political funding, and a direct digital influence on democracy. Now we're seeing news headlines highlighting the massive rise of ChatGPT and OpenAI's institutional influence in alliances. and including major investment ventures and funding mechanisms tying AI powerhouses directly to conservative political operations and the Trump's organization's campaign infrastructure. So Rahu's aspect on Venus, money and legal contracts, and Mercury, media and communication, reveals how the AI algorithms, deepfakes, and massive technocratic capital are going to actively shape not only voter psychology, but campaign finance loopholes and the voting integrity debates across the United States. So that brings us to September 7th. Mercury is going to enter its own sign in exaltation in Virgo. And suddenly we have Mercury exalted. Jupiter is in Sagittarius in the D9, and that is a powerful Parivartana yoga with Saturn. And Venus is Multrikona, and Sun is in his own sign. So a brief window from September 7th through the 11th is going to bring massive forensic audits, whistleblower revelations, tech policy breakthroughs, and major economic reports. We can expect sharp investigative journalism exposing electric apparatus flaws, healthcare data, and international banking shifts as well. Whew. So mark these dates on your calendar, September 18th and September 24th, because we're going to have some global conflict. On September 18th, Saturn in Pisces and exalted Mercury in Virgo for an exact direct aspect across the 18-degree axis. And Mars enters Cancer, its sign of maximum debilitation. So on September 24th, as Mars in Cancer is going to aspect Rahu in Aquarius. This is one of the most volatile astrological alignments of 2026 because Mars in Cancer represents emotional volatility, reactive aggression, threats near water, coastal areas, and domestic security. So this can bring wars in international relations, like Mars debilitated aspecting Rahu escalates naval tensions, maritime warfare, border disputes, explosive geopolitical posturing involving the United States, Eastern Europe, and the Middle East. There could be some natural disasters and weather events because Cancer is a water sign. Mars triggers severe flooding, late season hurricanes, oceanic storms, and rapid shifts following intense late summer heat waves. Then let's talk about domestic and public safety because historically the Mars Rahu aspect correlates with heightened news coverage of public shootings, civil unrest, heated debates over migration, border patrol tactics, and emergency security laws, especially in the United States, Los Estados Unidos. So let's look at some collective Vedic remedies that we can do for September. When Mars is debilitated and Rahu is active, we must guard our collective consciousness against fear, hatred, and anger. So a really good mantra for protection, peace, and health during this global instability, I'll go ahead and give that to you now, it's the Mahamrityunjaya mantra. Okay. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Vandana Mrityor Mukshiyamamrita Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Vandana Mrityor Mukshiyamamrita Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Vandana Mrityor Mukshiyamamrita Om Shanti 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 Om Peace Peace Peace. Okay. Another mantra that you can do every Tuesday to pacify a debilitated Mars and guard against aggression is any mantra to Lord Hanuman. And I'll give you a very simple one for him. Om Ham Hanumataye Namaha. And again, you can say that on Tuesdays, and that'll help out the any aggression, especially emotional, that you're feeling. You can also light a mustard oil lamp or just a candle on Saturday evenings under a peepal tree or near your altar to soothe Saturn. And then just know that September is going to be really packed with extraordinary spiritual opportunities. So let's break down how you can celebrate and transform these cosmic energies at home. On September 4th, we have Krishna Jamna Ashtami, which is the divine birth of Lord Krishna. And Krishna represents supreme love, protection, and joyful consciousness. So you can fast until midnight or just eat some light sattvic food. Sattvic food is pure food, vegetarian, free of grains. You can decorate your altar with flowers. You light incense, play flute music, And a really good chant for this day, you can do 108 times on a mala, is Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And that will clear any heavy mental karma, invoke divine grace, and shield you from any of Rahu's illusions, especially because we just went those eclipses. Now, on September 14th, we have Swarnagari Vratam and Ganesha Chaturthis. What does that mean? It's a double blessing. So Swarnagari honors goddess Parvati. She's a manifestation of divine Shakti and marital harmony, followed by Ganesha Chaturthi. And that's the arrival of Lord Ganesha, who removes our obstacles. Yay. So what's the astrological significance of this? With Mars debilitated in Cancer, that invoking Lord Ganesha, the master root of, he's the master of root chakra insecurity. He can strengthen our Muladhara. He can help dissolve fear and remove obstacles in career, home life, etc. So you can bring an eco-friendly Ganesha idol home or set up his photo and offer sweet Modica's red flower and chant Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. And then on September 25th, we have Ganesha Visarjan. So that's a sacred immersion day that we take Ganesha's idol and we immerse it in water. We like make little clay figures of him that dissolve in water. And Jonathan and I have done this. It's really fun. Sometimes you can paint him with eco-friendly paints, and then you worship him from his birthday up until this, September 25th, and then you release him into the water. It reminds us that form returns to formlessness, and if we dissolve our ego and we surrender our worries about the midterms, the economy, family stress, and we just let the waters carry them away. Okay? Then on September 27th, we have Pitru Paksha. That begins. It's the Shraddha era. Pitru Paksha is a 16-day lunar period dedicated to honoring our ancestors. And in Vedic philosophy, unpaid ancestral debt, it's called Pitru Dosha, causes repeating obstacles in health, marriage, and money. So we can practice by performing a daily tarpanam, and that's offering water mixed with black sesame seeds and kusha grass facing south every morning. We can feed birds or stray dogs. We can offer food to the poor and just do it in memory of your lineage and your ancestors. And you can say, Om Pitrubhaya Namaha. As you do it, to just say, I'm doing this to clear ancestral debts and wash up that lineage. Okay? So now, grab your Vedic sidereal sign. It's your Lagna. Remember that Vedic astrology uses the sidereal zodiac. If you only know your Western sun sign, check your Vedic chart for your true Lagna. You go to AstrologicalTarot.com. I also have a link in the description for a free chart calculator. Okay, so let's start with Aries risings. Relationships. Venus is in your 7th house, Libra. That's going to bring harmony, romance, compromise into your partnerships. However, Rahu's aspect warns against deceptive agreements. Career and money, dear Aries. Exalted Mercury in your 6th house brings total victory over workplace rivals and fixes a lot of financial debt issues. But the sun moving into your 6th house on September 17th is going to give you more authority at work. Your health, Mars is going to move into Cancer, your 4th house on September 18th. So watch for heartburn, domestic stress, chest tightness, and just keep your home calm. And a good remedy that you can do is any mantra to Lord Hanuman on Tuesdays. You can offer red lentils or just do charity on Tuesdays as well. I'll give you a very simple mantra for Hanuman. Om Hum Hanumataye Namaha. Okay. If you ever get a reading from me, I can teach you guys more advanced mantras as well. Now, Taurus risings. Relationships. Venus in your 6th house is going to ask you to solve practical disputes with love. Exalted Mercury in your 5th is going to bring a playful, intellectually stimulating romance. As far as career and money, Rahu in your 10th house is going to amplify your professional ambition. This is an excellent time for creative writing, speculation, and tech ventures. When it comes to your health, pay attention to your stomach, digestion, and stress levels, especially during the moon in Leo on September 11th. That's going to be in Purva Falguni. Now, a good remedy is you can chant a mantra to Goddess Lakshmi. Om Hrim Shrim Lakshmi Veyo Namaha. Om Hrim Shrim Lakshmi Veyo Namaha. Om Hrim Shrim Lakshmi Veyo Namaha. Which is best done on Fridays. You can offer white sweets. You can honor women. Anything like give donations to the YWCA. Anything that improves the lives of women or women in your life. Now, Jupiter risings for relationships. Exalted Lagna Lord Mercury in the fourth house can bring domestic peace. But debilitated Mars moving into your second house of Cancer on September 18th can cause harsh speech with family. So watch your words. When it comes to career and money, dear Gemini, great gains through real estate, home, business, and artistic projects are going to be helped out with Venus in your fifth. Saturn retrograde in your 10th is going to require disciplined long-term strategy. Now, as for your health, dear Gemini, protect your lungs, your throat, and your vocal cords. You can practice pranayama, breath work. Alternate nostril breathing is excellent as well. I have a few videos under courses on my YouTube channel if you want to learn how to do that. It's free. A good remedy is you can chant Lord Mercury's mantra, and this is his seed mantra. Om Brahm Brim Brahm Sa Budaya Namaha. And that's best done on Miercules Wednesday, which is Mercury's day. You can feed green grass or apples to cows on Wednesdays as well, which is a good remedy. Now, for Cancer risings, relationships, Venus in your fourth house is going to give you beautiful domestic harmony and vehicle property upgrades. But Mars entering your first house on your ascendant on September 18th can make you extra defensive or temperamental with loved ones. Also watch for accidents. When it comes to career and money, exalted Mercury in your third house grants incredible prowess when it comes to marketing, writing, media, short distance, or business travel. As for your health, dear Cancer, watch out for inflammatory conditions, rashes, high body heat due to your Mars being right on your Lagna, also accidents, dealing with fire, stuff like that. And it's really important to stay hydrated as well. Remedy that you can do this month is you can offer milk mixed with water to a Shiva lingam if you have one on Mondays, or you can just chant this simple mantra. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Okay. Now, Leo risings. For your relationships, dear Leo, Rahu in your seventh house is going to continue to bring dynamic, unconventional, and foreign relationship influences. Ketu in your first house demands deep self-reflection. When it comes to career and money, exalted Mercury in your second house can create a financial windfall, stellar speech, and banking success. Yay! The new moon in Leo on September 11th will provide a reboot of your personal brand. Now, when it comes to health, dear Leo, Mars entering your 12th house, Cancer, on September 18th can disturb your sleep cycle or cause issues with your feet. So it's important to rest your feet, soak them, take good care of them this month. A really good remedy that you can do this month is you can recite Lord Surya's mantra on Sunday mornings and offer water to the rising sun in a copper cup. And I'll give you his Bij mantra. Om Hram Hrim Hram Sa Suryaye Namaha. And again, that's said on Sundays. Now, Virgo risings. Relationships. Saturn retrograde in your seventh house is going to require a lot of emotional maturity on your part this month and commitments regarding your marriage. Venus in your second house can bring sweet communication and family bonding to help out with that. When it comes to career and money, dear Virgos, you are the cosmic favorite this month because exalted Lagna Lord Mercury in your first house can give you supreme intelligence, clarity, and leadership. And Sun is going to enter Virgo on September 17th, placing you squarely in the spotlight. Now for your health, dear Virgo, this is excellent. You're going to have some excellent mental stamina this month, but try to avoid overanalyzing and overworking your nervous system. A really good remedy for you this month, dear Virgo, is you can worship Lord Vishnu or with green cardamom or just chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, which is best said on Wednesdays, but you can say it any day of the week. Now let's get to Libra risings. As far as relationships, dear Libra, Venus in your first house will make you irresistibly charming, magnetizing romance and social influence. However, Rahu's influence he's cautioning you against self-absorption. Okay, when it comes to career and money, Mars entering your 10th house, Cancer, in debilitation on September 18th, can bring friction with bosses and authority figures. So keep that professional cool. Exalted Mercury in the 12th house favors foreign income and spiritual retreats. Now, your health, dear Libra. Sleep quality is really crucial for you this month. Practice bedtime meditation to quiet your mind. A really good remedy that you can do this month, Libra, is you can light a ghee lamp or a candle on Friday evenings, and you can also chant Om Dom Durgaye Namaha, which is best said on Saturdays. Now, Scorpio rising, relationships, dear Scorpios. Venus in your 12th house will bring private romantic retreats and deep intimacy, so keep your private life private. Career and money, dear Scorpio. Exalted Mercury in your 11th brings massive gains from professional networks, corporate deals, social circles, and the Sun joining Virgo on September 17th can elevate your status. Yay. Your health, Scorpio. Debilitated Lord Mars in the 9th house can cause leg fatigue, hip tension, or travel stress. A good remedy for you this month is, again, any mantra to Lord Hanuman, and I'll give you a different one. Om Ajaneyaya Vidmahe Vayuputraya Dhimahi Tanno Hanumat Prachodayata. And that's best said on Tuesdays, Martes, Mars Day. Okay. You could also donate red clothes or food to those in need on Tuesdays as well. Now, Sagittarius risings, relationships, dear Sagittarius. Venus in your 11th house can bring supportive friendships and joyful group activities. As far as career and money, there are some major career developments coming your way. Exalted Mercury in your 10th house can bring promotions, professional accolades, and intellectual recognition. The Sun entering your 10th house on September 17th can solidify your executive power. As far as your health, Mars in your 8th after September 18th is going to urge caution while driving and exercising, so avoid taking any reckless physical risks. A really good mantra and remedy that you can do this month is Om Guruve Namaha or Om Brihaspataye Namaha, which is best said on Thursdays. You can also donate yellow lentils or turmeric to a temple, or just donate on Thursdays. So let's get to Capricorn risings. As far as your relationships, dear Capricorn, debilitated Mars moving into your 7th house, Cancer on September 18th, can spark power struggles or emotional arguments in marriage or business partnerships. Practice patience and deep listening. As far as career and money, Capricorns, exalted Mercury in your 9th can bring immense luck with your higher education, publishing, legal matters, and international business deals. Venus in the 10th will boost your professional grace. As far as your health, dear Capricorn, watch your blood pressure and avoid emotional eating this month. Now, a good remedy that you can do, Capricorns, is Shani's mantra, and I'll give you his Bij mantra. Om Pram Prim Pram Sa Shanishwaraya Namaha. And that's best said on Saturdays. And you can also feed crows if you have any in your area, or just the birds in general. Now, Aquarius risings, relationships, dear Aquarius. Sun in your 7th house until September 17th is going to demand equal respect regarding your relationships. Ketu in your 7th will call you to release any kind of codependency. As far as career and money, Aquarians, exalted Mercury in your 8th can bring unexpected wealth, tax resolutions, research breakthroughs, and a joint venture income. Venus in the 9th house brings fortunate mentors. As far as your health, dear Aquarius, Mars in your 6th house of Cancer will help you conquer health obstacles, but watch out for acidity or digestive heat. If you want a really good remedy, you can chant Rahu's Bij mantra. I'll give that to you now. Om Brahm Brim Brahm Sa Rahuve Namaha. And that's best chanted on Saturdays. And you can also keep a piece of solid silver in your wallet. Now, Pisces risings, as far as relationships, exalted Mercury in your 7th house will bring brilliant communication contracts and romantic alignment with your partner. Full moon in Pisces on September 26th, it's in Uttara Bhadra, can bring emotional fulfillment. As far as career and money, Saturn retrograde in your 1st house demands a lot of hard work and self-discipline. But the 8th house Venus offers unexpected financial support from an inheritance, insurance, or partner-based assets. As far as your health, dear Pisces, debilitated Mars in your 5th house of Cancer can cause digestive sensitivity and or anxiety around children. Now, a really good remedy that you can do is the Mahamrityunjaya mantra. I said it at the beginning. I'll do it just one right now. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urva Rukamiva Bandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat Om Shanti 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 Om Peace Peace Peace. And you can do that 108 times via a mala. So now it is my favorite part of the show. I would like to invite an extra special guest this week, the one and only Gerald Schwab from Tarot Stash. Gerald is our beloved more Cowbell of the Tarot world. He's known across the community for very lively Tarot chats, his magnetic energy, infectious laughter, and just joyful presence. And Gerald brings so much incredible clarity, humor, and deep intuitive wisdom every time he does a reading. So you can find all of Gerald's social media links, his YouTube channel, his booking information right in the description box below. Please subscribe. You guys will not regret it. His shows are amazing. So Gerald, welcome to the channel. How are you feeling? It's Cowbell.
Hello, everyone. Hello. After the eclipse season that we've had, we need more cowbell.
Yes, we do. We do. Oh, Gerald's so needed.
We need more cowbell, everybody. And if you don't have a cowbell, go around and smile at other people and just make people wonder why you are so happy. I think that's a great revenge.
Yes, and everybody is already chapping in and saying, Gerald, woohoo!
Yeah.
And woohoo, yay, Gerald's in the house.
Yeah.
Yay. Oh my gosh.
Yay.
Let's go in order and say hi to everyone. All right.
Yes.
So Amanda is here. It's lovely to see you, Amanda. Some patience. Good to see you. The lovely Jonathan is in the house. Say hi, Jonathan.
Hi, Jonathan.
Cheryl is here. It's lovely to see you, Miss Cheryl. And let's see, Hana Tota 6911. Good to see you. Gunda Mom, lovely to see you. Welcome to the show. And oh, thank you, Some Patience, for the Ganesha sticker. Yay! We got a lot of Ganesha events this week, so I'm really excited about it. I'm going to put all my deities away here. There's so many festivals. It's good because we're going to need them moving out of eclipse season.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. And you put your question in the coffee app. Thank you, Some Patience. I'll get you in. And then how was everyone's eclipse? Yeah, let us know in the chat. It was intense. A really good friend of mine got eclipsed, and I caught up with them today, and oh, the drama. I mean, I thought I was having a hard time, and then I just went, you know what? I have no room to complain. Like, you know. Oh my goodness. Shem, it's great to see you. And then Jonathan says, Michelle and I did japa for 3+ hours during the buildup of the eclipse. Hope everyone slipped in practical measures to offset the energies. Yeah, Jonathan and I take it pretty seriously. We definitely protect ourselves, and it was on my moon, so we definitely wanted to. It's once every 18 years. You got to do it right. So Venus is here, the mod with the most. Thank you, Miss Venus.
Woo.
And she's reminding everybody how the show works. And then we have the lovely Susan is here. I got your question in, Miss Susan. Thank you. Oh, and Some Patience says, Jonathan Phillips, you two are a treasure to us all. Well, we appreciate you too, my dear. That is so sweet of you. And oh yes, Aries rising, Susan. Yep. If you go to the beginning, you can see your reading for the month. And let's see, Aries 2 with Shem. Oh, and Ligny, thank you. That's so sweet of you. It's nice seeing your knowledge. I got my knowledge from Komilla Sutton. You guys can find all of her information at Komilla.com. She's an amazing guru. I am very, very lucky. And you're from India as well. That's lovely. I love that. And so welcome to the channel. And Gigi's here. Good to see you. And got your question, Miss Susan. Got your question, Miss Gigi. Oh, good. And Susan says that I remember your admonition to pray during the eclipse, and I did go out and pray some. So if you guys do one mantra, it's amplified 1,000 times during the eclipse. And
Mm,
so Jonathan and I, we go for at least 1 million when we're on eclipse.
I like that.
Overachievers, it's like, all
I
right,
like
let's
the
do
way you're
this.
thinking.
So we did over 1 million if you count that 1,000. We do 10 malas of Mrityunjaya. We also did Kali's, a special mantra for Kali based on the eclipse energy in our chart, and we did a few others too. So, oh goodness, overachiever. He's always ready with the props, you guys.
I mean, if you're going to be an overachiever during eclipse season.
Yes, we're going for those higher realms of thinking and being, right?
I
So
like
we're
that.
not jerks next time, right? Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
yes.
And then some patient says, even though Venus on the other stream, I can't see me. Okay, yeah, we have 2 streams going, guys. So just be aware of that. Oh gosh. And then Susan says, Gerald, I'm howling. No, he's just.
I mean, one must have the appropriate props. I mean,
Yes.
you just have to.
Yes, you do. Yes, and you guys, he brings it on every show, whether he's a guest on someone else's show or he's on his own channel. He puts a lot of thought and care into his shows, so definitely don't miss them.
Thank you.
You will regret it otherwise. All right, so let's go ahead and go in order here. Let me go to my inbox. Okay, so some patients is first, and then we have Susan. So some patient says, another business, Nepo babies who don't want their late father's business, have asked if my partners and I want to buy them out. How does this deal look? Ooh, did this happen during the eclipse? Some patients, because it's got some undertones if it did. Okay, but we'll pull some cards on that for you. Oh my goodness. Okay, well the
So
eclipse is in
you're
Aquarius, and that's the first card I got. So,
tell me the question again.
okay, I'll read it again. And some patients, if you can, if you want to put it in, another business, Nepo. Actually, you know what? I'll put it in. I think I can do that. Copy and paste. So I just copied and pasted it. Another business, Nepo babies who don't want their late father's business have asked if my partners and I want to buy them out. How does that deal look? Well, I'm already getting that they're hiding something technological from you. I got Aquarius and I got Neptune. So there's some confusion regarding or over idealization going on regarding the deal, but it has to do with anything because when it comes to business now, if you don't have a great online presence or you have a bad reputation, it could sink your whole business. Jonathan and I did what's called search engine optimization, cybersecurity, and digital marketing for businesses since 2008. And whenever I get Neptune in Aquarius, it's like, okay, I'm not seeing something really important regarding a transaction, okay? So that's the first thing that they brought to my attention. Oh, okay, you'll probably catch them. Okay, you can go anytime, Gerald.
Okay, I'm just getting settled.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so the first card that I got for you, some patients, and let's see if you said anything else. All right, it was Friday. Okay, so it was around the eclipse. Gotcha. And then, okay, thank you for that update. So the first card I got was Aquarius and Neptune. If you can see here, Neptune, his eyes are not seeing what's going on. And Aquarius rules anything regarding tech, online ventures, what puts you out there in front of people regarding, how do I say this? Whether it's voice search or SEO or anything like that, okay? I got that their vision is not great because I got the Two of Wands, but it came up reversed. Okay, and this is my card that's all about vision forming. But there is this is a wrong choice. There's a lack of focus that was put into this company because they lost interest in the project and they just kind of let it slide, and not a lot of work has been done. So I just don't see this being a very good investment right now, or an opportunity, and it'd probably be good for you to look for something a little more stable. There's a reason they're trying to sell it to you, and the fact that you don't already trust them should be a big red flag. And it was a reverse after an eclipse, so that's important to keep in mind. Then I got the Seven of Swords reversed. So this is an exposure. There's going to be an apology for something stolen. It's intellectual fraud. Something's going on. So it's important that this might be some kind of intellectual con. It's self-deception, fraud, getting caught in a complex web of lies. This is a deceptive energy. But you should be able to see it once you look a little bit deeper into what is going on behind the scenes. Okay, this is what they want you to do. All right, I got the Page of Wands. Look how happy she is, throwing her baton in the air. This is all about enthusiasm and innocence and new ideas or plans. You know, I got that Two of Wands reversed. This is not the best thing for you to be looking into. Rise against challenges and explore the limitless possibilities that are coming your way regarding a new, fun, and interesting project. You know, AI is really changing the way that things move and groove, and that includes marketing and business and everything online. So it's important that you stay hungry and stay foolish. That's what they're telling me. You know, if you bring in like that youthful, eager mindset, you'll be deeply inspired and ready to really disrupt the status quo with a fresh fire, a fresh idea, something interesting and fun and new. And again, when you put your page cap on, it's something that is, like I said, it's fresh and new. It's not like the queen or the king where you've become a master of action, a master of that domain. But you are entering with this degree of youthful enthusiasm that allows the project to start small and then start to advance your skills as the years go by and you enter those higher court cards. I'm excited to see what Gerald has.
It's fascinating that you're talking about this because you were asking, you know, how's this going to go, and you have to avoid rushing into this because it feels very much like someone in the family is like trying to be very charismatic, and it's like, yeah, you want to do this, you want to do this. And so you want to avoid doing that. And what's fascinating to me is you're going to have to solve the problem of how to how to give structure to all of the energy while burning all of the chaos and the stuff that doesn't belong in it. That being said, if you want, you would want to go in very much trusting your intuition and the experience that you bring to it, because I will be bold and I will be uncaffeinated. They didn't genuinely know what the heck they were doing when they did this. It was weird and it was harder than what they all thought. And so it's a very curious thing. Now, if you were to do this, I'm not saying don't do this. I'm saying if you do this, go in with your eyes open, because what you are going to have to do is someone is going to have to go in and be the Queen of Swords, make all of the changes, tell everybody to be what's going to happen, and demolish the old way of thinking. It's very much because I got two opposite areas. You're going to create an environment to where you're going to have to destroy the old way of thinking, but you're also going to have to dissipate the energy that does not align with the new energy. And so that's something that's going to be a tough one if that's something that you want to do. I think intuitively you could probably do it and use all of your experience in doing it, but you're going to have to be careful for the Knights of Wands, because they're dynamic. You know, they've got great ideas, but they're not going to follow through. So, or not all the time. No, bad mouth and Knight of Wands. Everybody needs a Knight of Wands every once in a while.
So some patient says they want us to do the work and they want money for it, but we need to make the money on it too. It just stinks, honey. Like it's just, and
Yeah,
they
it feels.
already did you a little dirty. So, and yes, they want the residual income for no work. They said their entire life that their dad did all the work, but now their dad's not there to do the work. So these are children that never grew up, you know. Um, that's most corporations are like that. They start to fall apart once they go through a few generations, especially if the other family members don't see the value or understand how the company was run or the initial purpose of the company. Uh, and then she said that personally, I don't talk business without an NDA, 5-year balance sheets, journal entries, P&Ls, and tax returns. Excellent. That's the Queen of Swords energy that Gerald picked up on.
Yes. Oh, very, very much.
Yeah, that's
Very,
a
very
thousand
much.
percent accurate on what's happened on their side. Yep. And it sounds like they're going to try to misrepresent things from a lack of knowledge, awareness, and not knowing what they're doing. Yeah, that's what it sounds like to us too. All
I mean,
right.
that being said, all of that being said, if you were to try to do this, go in that there's going to be disappointment. It may be much more. I feel like I'm shouting. It's going to be less rewarding emotionally than you had originally expected.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm picking up on that too. And some patient says, yeah, it sounds like they need a reality check and come to understand the devil in the details. I am the details. Okay. Oh, well, Gerald has a Jupiter-Venus conjunction in Virgo, so he is the king of creativity and details. If you guys have seen some of his quilting and what he is able to do with fabric and paints and everything else, my gosh, the details. And there are a few projects where he shows us the swatches, and I'm like, how does that even work? And then I see the finished product and go, that's freaking genius. Especially if it's the Percival the Penguin one was just like,
Yeah,
whoa, how did you make all of those different types of fabric just work for that? You know, it's just genius.
it's a responsibility when one has this much creativity that has to exist.
Yes, yes.
Hmm.
And then, okay, Five of Cups, that makes sense. A Seven of Swords on them, Five of Cups on us. Okay, sounds like you got the message. Best of luck to you, some patients. Oh my goodness, thank you for trusting us.
Yes.
Okay, Miss Susan, I had two miraculous inspirations extending the ministry. I wonder if both the Adventist leading one or the Southern based one have merit. And on my birthday, happy birthday, Miss Susan, I learned two promising young people I know need work, and I wonder about them involving them in my efforts. She is interested in fascia based body work and is related to our beloved naturopaths. And he is a genius I have known since he was a kid and a fellow singer. He lives with wheels and has some limitations, and hiring an assistant, say, who is a. Let me see if I got the rest of it. I don't know if. You just said Gerald Woohoo. Okay, so so what we'll do is I wonder if both the, okay, so are you wondering about, there's two people that you want us to read on, and you want us to look into the Adventist leaning or the Southern-based one. So Gerald, do you want to look into the Adventist or Southern-based merit, or do you want to look into the two young people?
I can do that probably because I don't know what they are, so that's probably a good choice for me.
Okay, all right. So let's see. So the first one is two promising young people. She's interested in fascia-based body work and related to her naturopath. And then the second is he's a genius. He's known since he was a singer. So you're pulling on two people, female and a male energy. And then
Okay.
I will pull for the Adventist and the Southern-based business models. Now, this is, I read the business model for the Southern Ball Ministry, Susan, and it's insanely well put together. But let me do, I'll go ahead and the Southern one, and then I'll do And let me know if I understood your question correctly, Miss Susan. She says, here's the rest. May not be the most practical idea, but I'm thinking there would be much that he could. His genius seems very inviting. I wonder if any of this might harm existing relationships with the young people and their families whom I love. It is a time to start discussion with either of them about being involved in publishing with company, church, or institute. 2 extensions of the ministry. Okay, so I'll look into the 2 extensions of the ministry, and Gerald can look into the female and the male energy, the 2 young people involved. Okay. And welcome, Hershey. Thanks for wishing Susan a happy birthday. It's so lovely to see you. All right. So I'll work on the 2 extensions of the ministry.
Working on the male and female.
Okay. Well, overall, regarding the ministries as a whole, Miss Susan, I got Sagittarius 9th house. As you know, this is the guru's house. Sagittarius rules the 9th house. So this tells me you are right on track. You are in your Jupiter Mahadasha, and what you were doing, because you got Jupiter in the 12th with 11 divisions, which is insanely amazing to have in any chart, it's Vedic chart. You are here to heal the world and really help people through a really hard time that we're all going to be going through, especially in Los Estados Unidos. So you are on the right track. You are doing the work of a guru. Like I said, you were one in a past life, and you're just carrying it into this life through this ministry. So they support the ministry as a whole, okay? This is just as a whole, and then I'm going to go into each sector of it. Now, the main thing that I got from the tarot regarding the ministry in general is I got the 6 of Swords, but it came up reversed. So there's going to be some delays in the progress. This is going to be caused by internal discord, conflict, and unable to move toward peace in the beginning. That reflects either direction that you choose to go, okay? Whether it's more Adventist or whether it is more based in the Southern ministry, okay? But I got that it's important that you don't trap yourself in any outdated logic, and that you really invite a lot of new data, especially when it comes to how AI is changing the world and laws and everything else, into play before you solidify the business end of your ministry, because a lot of changes are going to be taking place in the next 2-3 years, especially in the United States regarding the law. We just had the eclipses finished through the 9th house, and it's going to cause just a complete reset. So it's important that you take it slow and don't rush, okay? Then, this is what I got for the Adventist model. I got the 3 of Pentacles. This is all about skill and collaboration. This is my Master Builder card. So it represents teamwork. You can see there's 3 people in this card. But it involves a lot of skilled craftsmanship. This kind of goes along with, you know, inviting other people in, which was another part of your question, collaborating, the architectural execution of the grand design that you have in mind. You know, it's important that you have the attitude of teamwork, especially when it comes to the Adventist model, and you might get more people helping you. However, it is also going to bring a little bit of instability and overwhelm in the beginning, because astrologically you have Saturn going over your Jupiter, and this is going to be all the way until February of 2028. So this is going to bring some delays in progress, especially material progress, some overwhelm. And when you lack focus, it can lead to some wasteful spending, an inability to get things completed, and just trouble keeping up with the bills and the responsibilities coming your way. A lot of this is just because things are moving in a different direction in the United States regarding law, regarding real estate, regarding a lot of things. So it's important that you take this very slowly, you go with the flow, and you just pay attention to the news cycles and everything else that is coming your way to stay up to date on how the laws are changing and what's going on there. Then I got this is for the Southern model. The first card I got was the Page of Cups, but it came up reversed. So it's important that you watch any people that are emotionally immature or unable to handle their emotions that want to enter into the ministry, especially if they might be a little dogmatic, they might have, it's like their way or the highway, they might have a fear of the future or rejection. This is usually just from unprocessed trauma. not living up to their potential. So if you find any ungrounded, mean, possessive, or aggressive people in that particular sector, uh, their emotional immaturity is not your job to fix. Just move on and find a better person to work with, okay? Because they have poor emotional regulation that can lead to dependency, all right? So avoid that if you decide to go with the southern route. I also got the Fool reversed, okay? This is my watch your step card. So the Fool is one who walks into a trap with his eyes wide open, thinking he's taking a shortcut to glory. Do not take shortcuts. You got Saturn going over your Jupiter. He's going to make you take it extremely slow. So this is where innocence can lead to irresponsible behavior or blindness to immediate danger, or just people with sheer ignorance because they're not really operating from the best mindset. And that's if you decide to hire people and involve the more southern route, okay? So both are a little blocked, and it's because big changes are coming. And again, like I said, Saturn's going over your Jupiter. This is every 30 years, and it is going to affect that 12th house of spirituality in this organization that you're trying to start. Now, I did pull a card just overall for the organization to give you some hope. And I got nectar from the Mahabharata oracle. This is the divine Amrita, and when it appears, there is a life force that's surging back into your being, and you can share it with others. Amrita was born of immense effort and cooperation extracted from the chaos through perseverance in the Mahabharata, and it rewarded patience, discipline, and unity. But boy, did it take a long time, because of the churning of the ocean. So immortality here symbolizes spiritual continuity rather than physical escape and just trying to rush things, okay? So when it comes to this, your projects will receive new momentum as soon as they start hitting some of these blocks, and creativity and motivation will return. But know that Shani, Saturn, is going to make you take it extremely slowly because there are so many collective changes going on, legally, real estate wise, gender wise, okay, especially because you live in the South. So just know that energy will eventually improve, the rejuvenation will be there, and that it will be nourishing rather than draining, but it's going to be a little draining at first. Okay, you're going to be dropping a few balls, running into some expenses, things like that. But just keep those things in mind. Don't get discouraged, and know that it's going to take some time. And she says, I have a retired beauty queen friend who is Adventist ministry. Maybe her, maybe. I'm not sure. Um, so yeah. And it says, yeah, not sure I should be housed under Church 501c3 or Body Brain Alliance LLC. These are additions, not changes. Okay. So you're just, again, like I said, you're slowly rolling this out, and just keep your eye on the ball as changes occur. I'm excited to see what Gerald has for the two young people.
So I've got, I'm looking at the two young people,
Mhm.
and the male energy, the genius, the singer. There's what's interesting for him. I pulled two pages, a page of swords and a page of cups. This is going to be someone who is going to need direction and help because they're young. They do not have the life experience. They may be considered a genius. However, that genius needs to be tended and supported and given some strong foundations. There's going to be if this if this if this gentleman he's going to be, if this is going to be, if there is the opportunity with you, it's going to help him in many ways. It feels like he's got he may have some struggles with communication with the family. And I'm going to wait because I pulled separate cards for the two of them as they were looking. The young lady, the female, this is someone who she got the Page of Wands. She's very energized. She does have some good experience, but she's also learning how to have good discernment and make appropriate choices, because I got the Two of Swords for her. That being said, I did get I got the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Cups. she feels things very, very deeply, and she's very intuitive. What's I fear his emotional maturity. Okay, since I'm in. So what's interesting is I've got a lot of court cards in the reading that I've done for you, Susan. But you know, she's the Nine of Cups and the Knight of Cups. She's got a lot of emotion, which could be very beautifully uh, um, managed and supported, and given a clear direction and a solid foundation. Now, I did pull a card for each of them. By the way, the short answer is neither one of them is a bad choice. He is going to need some focus area and some focus control, the Chariot. Gonna go bolting because that's she seems eager. Oh, she is very eager. He is eager too. He's not sure exactly what that entails. I would encourage you to understand what that entails to help him get that experience. I find this is very interesting. This Chariot can be great energy, but sometimes it can rear up and not be directed. And for her, she is the Queen of Cups. She looks at herself very carefully. She does. He's very innocent, and I may shock and alienate him. You could also let him know that if he may need he needs an opportunity to make the choices for himself. Is how it feels. She very much is the Queen of Cups. She is looking at herself. She feels things deeply. Her side has 3 cups. His side has 2 swords and 2 majors with the Chariot and the Wheel. That's my indicator card. And I think I'm not sure I'm helping you in the sense of if you were asking which one, they both would work out. They both would require a different skill set, which, Susan, surprise, you have the skill set. And at the bottom of my deck is the 3 of Pentacles.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm wondering if not either or different jobs. No, not either or different jobs. Okay. So is there an opportunity to get both of them on board and maybe do some mentoring? Because this is fascinating to me. At the bottom of this, it's the 3 of Pentacles, which 3, and you got that as well. They would have different jobs. So they need different jobs. But I think it could be fascinating to see what the mix would do for you as a mentor and a leader and a teacher. And they would be amazing mentees. She seems hungry for it. He does not have necessarily the ability to articulate it, but he would benefit from it very good. It does feel like one or both of them. It's not going to be a long-term sort of thing. It's going to be an opportunity where you are going to give one of these young, one of these youngins an opportunity. Yeah, has been to college, has great degree. But there's going to be an opportunity for you to give them real world experience and real world feedback. And that sets them up for success. So it's that I'm going to be part of the foundation for their success, this 3 of Pentacles. I'm going to be a foundational aspect of it. There we go.
Okay, thank you, Gerald.
Mhm.
And thank you for trusting us, Susan. That was a lot of fun tapping into that. Best of luck as a mentor, and let us know how it's going, because this is a really beautiful thing that you're doing. I love that I pulled the Amrita card for you as well. And she says, I could help them without alienating them with myself. Thank you both so much. You're so welcome.
Yeah.
And
And
the lovely.
actually, yeah, and Susan, it might be a bit of a much needed change and shift for you, and you're going, oh, I've got some people who I can mentor, I can help them understand how they're going to have to do this too.
Yes, definitely. And the lovely Brian is here. All the love in the world to all of you. I missed the joy of being on the live stream, but we'll return soon. Until then, hearts and hugs. Thank you, Brian.
Brian.
You are the sweetest. All right, so we are going into lightning round already.
Okay.
So I went ahead and pulled cards for Gigi.
Okay.
Elaine Mile 962, are you here? Maximiliano, are you here? And Good Vibes, I did see you in the chat. Do you want to do Good Vibes? Because I already see them here, Gerald.
Sure. I would be
All
happy to
right.
do good
And I've
vibes.
already done cards for Gigi. So, Gigi, please, a reading regarding my daughter saying in love with a narcissist, guides for my, oh gosh. And then, Gerald, yours is some guidance for me, please, not sure what I should be focusing on right now. Okay, so they're looking for focus for September. And you guys, in the beginning, I did readings by sign, and I also did a collective reading on what we can expect post eclipses in September. So, there's also a lot of festivals and remedies that you can do as well. Okay, Miss Gigi, first off, I'm so sorry your daughter's going through this. Oh, I think it's kind of a rite of passage that a lot of young women do, especially in their late teens into 20s. They have to kiss a few frogs before they meet a prince or a princess. So I think it's important that as a mom, you just kind of, take a step back and really come at this from your spiritual values, from philosophy, and the ninth house also rules counseling. It rules seeking professional help in this area. And if you'd like, just go ahead and email me. I can send you a lot of free PDFs and books on narcissism that my therapist sent me, and that I also get from women's groups that I'm in, that you can give your daughter. And it will help her not only understand her role in relationships so she can avoid codependency and abuse, but also learn to see those red flags and her value. Okay, so just if you need that as a resource, email me. Now, when it comes to the ninth house is all about adhering to her own philosophical and spiritual values. She's developing them at this time. So it's important that you, as a mom, just come from this kind of mentorship, non judgmental uh, approach. Because if you come on a little too strong, you could end up pushing her away and making the situation worse. Okay? That just comes with the territory. Then I pulled Three of Pentacles. That seems to be a theme, guys. This is all about collaboration, teamwork. So meeting with a professional to really help her redefine how she views relationships and rework her role in those relationships. Okay, so this is my card for teamwork. In my opinion, the best relationships involve a team. Like, you can have different interests, you can have different even lives, but if you don't come together as a team, why it can lead to codependency. It can also lead to one person leaning a little too heavily on the other, whether it's emotionally or financially, etc. So learning to work on a team with her partners is key toward any kind of success. But in this case, I think teaming up with a therapist or someone who really knows what they're doing, because I did get that ninth house. It's also the house of spiritual values as well, but someone who can look at it from the outside and offer a clear perspective without the emotional dynamic that you guys have with each other. Okay, because that way their skills can merge into what's happening and give her advice without the emotional feelings of judgments or anything else energetically that can come up from being in a narcissistic relationship. Because again, if this is a true narcissist, they're going to try to pull her away from the family and make you guys the bad guys, because that's just part of the dynamic. Okay, is isolation. I got that once you do that, I got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, the cosmic forces will once again be in her favor. Know that every soul has its own timing and lesson, and this is her lesson right now. This is part of her divine order. She's going through a karmic cycle. And but when it comes to universal cycles, this card represents karma. She's here to learn something. And she's going to learn about the rise and fall of this relationship and understand that the changes that are going to come after this are going to teach her a lot on this material plane and help her be a witness of the cycle rather than a victim of it. So know that she's going to be going through some really intense karmic fluctuations in this relationship, and that she might be a little resistance to change in the beginning, but once you take on this cooperative mindset, you get another person involved that's a professional, and you adhere to her on a spiritual level, then she'll understand you a little bit better. And it says he is 40, she is 30. He screams at her bad last week. She lives with me. Should I let her sleep over? You're saying like stay with you while she takes some time out. You know, that really is up to her. You don't want him coming to your house. Just letting you know. She needs to be the one in charge of whether or not she continues this relationship or not. And I wouldn't try to force anything. Okay, let me see about her sleeping over. Yeah, I got judgment reversed. Okay, that was kind of my feeling on it. She's not quite ready to take that step, and you don't want to start making decisions for her. This needs to be her decision, and things have to get bad enough for her to want to change. Okay, people change when they tire of suffering, and she's got to go through a little more suffering before she realizes what's going on. If he's already yelling and screaming at her and abusing her, and you're aware of it, and she's told you about it, and she has not volunteered to come to your house or anything like that, he can follow her. So it's important that you protect yourself in this as well, and that it doesn't lead to any further isolation. But know that in getting a third party involved, especially a professional that's skilled in the art of narcissistic relationships and helping people navigate out of abuse, that's the most helpful advice that I can give you. Okay, sweetie, and best of luck to you and your daughter. That's so difficult. Okay, good vibes.
So good vibes. What should you be focusing on right now, and specifically for September? I have a focus on the foundational things that you already have in place. These are the things that are part of your heritage and your traditions. Here in the here in the United States, we have a lot of holidays coming up, and be paying attention to some of the traditions you want to maintain, and also, if you are not noticing the things that you have around you that are positive, I encourage you to do that, because those things around you that are positive are because you've worked hard in order to get them around you. I have the Nine of Pentacles for that. So you've worked very hard for that. Enjoy that. Bask in that glow. You might be going on a little bit of a trip. I have the Chariot, but it also is going to you're going to be having course correction opportunities. You're going to be able to do I want to do that, or do I want to do this? That being said, I don't know, is there a wedding going to happen sometime in September or maybe in October? Because I have the Nine of Wands for you, and the Nine of Wands, the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is the celebration card. And this is someone who is getting preparation for a celebration. And so I'm curious as if there is no weddings. I wonder if there's any type of celebrations. Because as with everything, we have things that we can be joyous about. We also have things that are going to disappoint us. I have the Five of Cups. This is your opportunity to focus on, do you need to repair it when you already have two cups that are actually working? You have these 2 cups here that you have missed, and you have these other ones that are broken. If it's broken, it's broken. Do you need to repair it? Is it worth repairing? But also, remember, we had the 10 of Pentacles, which is that family tradition, those things that are there. You've worked really hard at for what you have. And celebrate that. Bask in the glow of that for a little bit.
Oh, I love that for you. Good vibes. What a
Yes.
great reading, Gerald. Oh, well,
Thank
best
you.
of luck to you. And Gigi says thank you. Great collaboration. You're so welcome, Gigi. And then Madame Maru is here. I saw you come in a little earlier. She says they do henna for weddings, usually. Any contracts coming up? Okay.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So there you go. And then I did not see Maximiliano or Elaine Mile come in. You need to be in the audience for us to ask to ask your question, okay? All right, so Grateful G, you are next. Can you tell me if anything will develop between Capt E and I? And I can go ahead and do this one, or do you just want to pull a quick card because we didn't get the others in, Gerald? What do you think?
We can do that. We can
We'll
do
just
it.
pull
Quick
each
one.
pull a card for
Yeah.
keys. Okay. All right. And know, guys, that if you are here, you do need to be in the audience to receive your reading. I don't have the courtesy phone prop, but
No, but you do have a cowbell.
I do.
We can make that happen.
Oh my gosh. Well, they gave me a little bit of a novel. The good thing is, Grateful G, is I got Ace of Cups. You're in a really good heart space right now, and you need to tap into that. This is literally the hand of the divine coming down and giving you a beautiful form of love. Whenever I pull this card, it reminds me of George Harrison of the Beatles. And he was very much into yoga and Yogananda and a lot of things that I follow. And he said the only thing we really have to work on in this life is how to manifest love. Every one of us within us is a drop of the ocean, and we have the same qualities as God.
Mm.
So he talked about the ultimate expression of pure bhakti, love, and recognizing the soul as a drop in the infinite ocean of love. So this is really good. I love getting this card for you and just focusing on this when it comes to you and your love life and what's best for you moving forward. Regarding this relationship, okay? I got the Wheel of Fortune reversed, okay? It's not really the best timing, all right, for either party. There's still some work that needs to be done when I pull this card. And it's important that you pay attention to divine timing. I do this in astrology, and it can be indicated in the tarot, which Gerald is an expert at as well. And this is all about divine order and karmic cycles, and right now is not the best time. Okay, it's not the best time for the cosmic flow or the relationship. Okay, there could be some backlash, things like that. All right, then I asked what was causing the overall separation here. I did get Queen of Pentacles, but she came up reversed.
Hmm.
You really need to be very careful about how you view your material security, because you may not be using your best judgment in this area. And it could involve the relationship, but they're really telling me there's some toxic material security going on. So it's important that, don't use money to buy affection, don't mask any deep insecurity with superficial hoarding, treat relationships from a more grounded, mature aspect, and really pay attention to your material life. Unfortunately, I am coming across a lot of love scams and things like that. I'm not saying that that's what you're going through exactly, for entertainment purposes only. But whenever I get that card, it tells me that you are not materially grounded, and it does have something to do with the relationship. Okay? The other person isn't here, so I can't tap into their energy. But I did get an overall card for the relationship, and I got the Nine of Swords. There's some anxiety going on here. Okay? And I don't know if you're losing sleep over this. But this is a brilliant mind weaponizing thoughts against itself, okay? So it's important that you get some more sleep. Don't worry about it. Don't allow feelings of guilt to overwhelm you to the point of not being able to relax. Don't obsess over it as well. So it's important that you don't see relationships as a psychological burden, but rather something that uh, is open-hearted, like this beautiful Ace of Cups. It should feel natural. It should be flowing. It should feel like this person is here to make you a better person and you're not having to work so hard for it. Okay? I hope that was helpful. I wish I got better cards, but know that divine love is out there for you. It's just not the right timing, and you've got some stuff going on that's blocking it. Okay.
I think what's fascinating is I have, there could be a nice thing that just sort of gets you both on the same page and get recognition together, which is a nice opportunity. I am getting a bit of a nudge of don't count your chickens, or don't count your chickens before they hatch. Don't count your eggs before they hatch. Make sure that you are staying in the everyday aspect of things. I always like to say, if you're going out to meet someone, you're going to go out to get to know them. You're not going to go out to get there and just you're getting to know them. Um, don't plan your wedding in the first stages of your getting to know each other. I do think things can work very nicely. I have the Six of Wands and the Three of Wands, but I also got the Empress. So I have 2 3s in this and 1 6, which I find fascinating for you in the sense of grateful. Um, this is the Six of Swords. You're going to get some celebration and recognition. This is the things that you've been planning for are going to show up, but don't over plan. And the Empress is, things can go out very nicely, but it does come with your lucky number is 66. Okay. And enjoy yourself, yet don't lose your grounding. So that's what I have for you, Grateful G's. Thanks for the question.
Yeah. And Grateful G says, thank you, sister. You're so welcome and true. Okay. And Twin Spica, greetings. Go ahead and put your question in the chat, dear. Kaylee is here. Hello, Michelle and Gerald. I just finished my live. Hope you're having a good evening. I'll have to check that out, Kaylee. Thank you for letting me know.
Mm-hmm.
Kaylee has a wonderful channel as well.
Yes.
You can go ahead and put the link in the chat if you'd like to, Miss Kaylee. And I'll go ahead and star it for you. All right. So.
Maru added something for Grateful
G's. Triangle, yeah.
Yeah. I would just say, just make sure that you are seeing everything, that there are, if it's just you and Captain E, make sure that it's just you and Captain E, not somebody else.
Okay. All right. And so Venus is asking, may we ask how I'm guessing NC North Carolina news interview will go with my niece this week? It's about her mom's death. NC news interview. Okay. News interview? Is that? I hope I'm saying that right.
North Carolina news.
I'm guessing North Carolina. Yeah. We finally have someone who was willing to do the story. Oh, very cool. Well, I'll pull a quick card on that for you, Miss Venus. She says yes. Okay, we got it right. North Carolina. Okay. Oh. Okay, so the first card I got was Mars. Okay, so it's going to be emotional. Mars is moving into Cancer this month. Try not to let it trigger your emotional state because you're going to be reliving a lot of stuff. This story comes out, you're going to be getting a lot of questions. I got the 6th house of service to others, maintaining your daily routines, taking good care of yourself. One of the best things that you can do when you're feeling emotionally depleted or just is to donate your time and energy toward a cause that's important to you. Like back to school is going on right now. So this is a really great time to be a part of putting backpacks together for kids that need extra school supplies, feeding programs leading up to the school season starting. There's a lot of things philanthropically that are starting at the beginning of the school year that you can get involved in. I also got the ninth house. The ninth house represents spiritual philosophies, also long distance travel, things like that. But what this tells me is that it's important that you stay true to your spiritual values. You pay attention to your daily routine. If you feel a little emotionally overwhelmed, you just focus on helping others and trying not to get too emotional as things come out. Okay, that's the main thing that I see. Now, here is the here's the card that I found was really interesting. Now, I know it's still being investigated. That's kind of what I'm looking at here. I'm not, maybe you can give me some background on this, because whenever I get Seven of Swords, this tells me someone got something, okay? This masquerader is a little wolf strategist. This represents a negative person that is using strategy and lies to get their way. They're the opposition. So as you come out to the public regarding this, there's a lot of emotions that are going to be uprooted, and there might be people trying to cover up or get away with it. Okay, I think it was Steve Jobs quoted Pablo Picasso, and he said, "Good artists copy, great artists steal." And it's the ultimate disruptor. These are people that try to use clever maneuvering to bypass traditional systems, especially legal systems, and seize whether it's intellectual property or get away with the crime. That's what they're doing. Okay, so it's important that if something comes out and you receive a little bit of opposition because people don't like the fact that, I mean, this is someone who's, if it came up upside down, they're apologetic. This person is not apologetic for what they did. Okay, let's see. Yes, he was released from jail 5 years early. Oh, honey. Okay, so this might be him. There might be some pushback. Keep your cool. All right? Try not to let your emotions get the best of you, especially with the Mars Rahu conjunction going on. Also, really protect yourself from this guy's energy, because I got from the cards says they're not apologetic about it. Okay? Oh, I know that's a lot. Did you want to pull anything on that, Gerald, or are you good?
Well, I would say this is, I got the Knight of Pentacles, so this is a slow and steady race.
Yeah.
I also got the Seven of Wands, which this particular image says keep your boundaries solid. Don't let somebody into a place where you don't want them to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say tread carefully. Tread carefully. But it may not get into the news cycle initially. So, but so I realize that that's not a great deal of help, other than you know keep your boundaries there, because they may want to make a sensational news item out of it more than what it already is,
Yeah.
and that's going to completely disrupt.
And Venus said that he's not apologetic. That's for the worst part of the family. Yeah, and
Yeah,
someone who isn't apologetic for something that terrible is always going to be
yeah.
a bit of a problem. And then Madame Maru says, make sure it's not a catch and kill situation. And she says, okay, yes, okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a lot. Okay, so Twin Spica, you are our last question, unless someone donates. I'm dealing with a Scorpio guy, Western. Where is this connection heading? There is silence now. Are his feelings true, or is it a fling? That he will drop soon? Thank you. This is going to sound a little odd, okay, but I got that he's really focused on his monetary position right now, because I got the second house. This is material security. That's his focus. It's not on you. It's not on relationships. It's trying to get a little more secure in this area. Okay? So that's why I think this might not be the right timing for the relationship, because I did get the Four of Wands, but it came up reversed. Okay? This is the opposite of the marriage card. Okay? So it tells me that There's a fractured foundation right now because he's having some issues with some resources, and that insecurity is leading to him to want to get back to work, make some more money. Um, he's just not in the best position right now to start a relationship because of his current material status, okay? I did get the Justice card. Things are going to work out for you, but the timing is not there, okay? So it's important that you just allow the universe to keep a perfect ledger. Don't rush anything. Now is not the right timing. It's just good that you focus your energy in another direction in the meantime. Okay, I hope that's helpful. That was a quick one.
Yeah, I'm also getting, there's some disappointment, and you're feeling that already just from the from what you're saying. Yeah, he's probably busy trying to make, he's busy thinking of himself and what his monetary expectations are. I don't know if it's because he wants to provide something for someone else and he wants to get ahead. I did, however, get the High Priestess. Follow your intuition on this. Notice what's going on. And if it's early in the relationship, I don't know how long it's been there. If he's busy with work, he may be busy with work. However, is you're feeling avoided.
Okay.
So, well, you don't need to wait silently. Silence doesn't really help anybody. You could express your what you're going. True, that's what he says. We are long distance, and it's giving me anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm also wondering if something other than work may be in keeping his interest. We are together for a year now. I'm very glad to hear that. It's just I'm wondering if this is the time of the year when this is happening. It's just like it's year end, so of course you would never take a vacation in the months of August and September because of the craziness, which is fine.
And this is a time where a lot of people are getting back to work, or their workload is extra busy. That's been my experience. I've worked for nonprofits, for government, for myself, and this is just a very busy month. So he's looking at really upping his savings account, that tells me he's responsible. And eclipse season, yeah, that can affect it too. But it's just, in general, it's a busy time because we're going from Leo into Virgo. Leo is the end of the summer months, and Virgo is we're heading into the harvest. That's when a lot of the big preparations and work are going to start to come into fruition, especially with the autumn solstice. Okay, so it's just a busy time across the world. Okay, and he's looking to keep his coffers full. Now, everyone, this is Kaylee's channel. It's youtube.com, Woo Woo Wonderment. Okay, go check her out. She is wonderful. And Venus went ahead and put Gerald's channel. It's right here.
Thank you.
Dash. It's in the description. You can also click on it here. Please subscribe. Okay, so anything you would like to announce this week, Gerald?
Tomorrow, which is Tuesday, September 1st, Deborah Zackow and I are holding the 5th Sponsored by Kindness drawing.
Oh.
We had someone who was a benefactor and sponsored 5 readings for people, 5 30-minute Zoom sessions with Deborah and I, and we are doing our 5th drawing of those, and I'm looking very much forward to it. Subscribe to the channel. I've got lots of good stuff coming up, including a back and forth with Jamie and Gerald, also on Tuesday afternoon, which will be, we're going to be talking about our tippy top decks that we keep coming back to. And
I love your deck talks with Jamie.
Oh yes, me too. Me too.
Jamie's also extremely creative, just like Gerald, and they're just a joy to watch together. And Twin Spica says, yes, that's what he says. Working around the clock, don't have time for calls. We used to talk every day. Sat in silence, wonders what's going on. Again,
Yeah.
sweetie, he's just busy.
Yep.
Thank you both for the read. Appreciate it. Definitely. Thanks.
Welcome.
And Venus says, wow, yeah, don't tune into Gerald's channel, guys. He is just full of wonderful, wonderful content, okay? All right, so I gave you guys the September astrology. If you came in a little later, go to my website, astrologicaltarot.com, and look up your rising sign for your September astrology. I will also be posting an infographic for the fall solstice.
Good.
Yeah, so it'll go into all of the important dates, as well as a little blip per sign and some quotes that you guys can take into the autumn solstice as we get closer. Additionally, Gerald and I are both available for readings. Our links are in the description. Gerald's Calendly link is there as well as mine. He is an amazing reader. You will not regret getting a reading from him. I'm also pretty busy this season. I've been doing some past life readings. I've got a few other things on my site that you guys can check out. But I just want to thank all of you for being here. I will be here next week, same time. And I just want to thank all of you for your time and your energy and trusting Gerald and I as you move into the month of September. So take care.
Yeah.
Om Shanti, Om Peace, Om Love.